cut you off? I think he cut you off.
Good race, guys.
Thank you.
With my racing form getting little by little better and better, and with my new bike, which brings me into the 21st century, I was looking forward to this race because it's a pretty cool course. But I was also nervous as to how I was going to do. Hey cycling community, this is Steve, Grusis the Cycling Greek. This race is the 60-65s picked separately. There's 965s and 860s. If you look at the profile at the bottom middle part of the screen, you'll see there's a climb, and here's a climb coming up. We take a right turn, and then we're going up. And then when you get to the top of that left turn, it still goes up just a little bit. If you don't hit that climb just right, or if your form is not where it should be, that's going to suck the life out of you. Along with the short, steep climb, what gives this 0.9 mile course its uniqueness are its 10 turns. I have 30mm tires on my bike, and the night before I filled up my tires. I checked them the day of the race, and my rear tire had gone down to like 51 pounds, and my front was something like 40 to 45. I just went with it, figuring, I could probably use that in this course. I got to see in this race that my cornering needs work. I usually don't hit the apex right. I'm going a little wide. Unless somebody's been next to me that's causing me to go tight, I have no problem going tight. But without them there, I tend to go a little wide, that I found. If nothing else, this race was like a cornering clinic to me. Every corner I took, I kept that in mind. The last two corners of this course is almost like a chicane, and we're coming up on that now. I found that I had to keep pedaling to at least keep up my speed between the corners, or else I'll lose the wheel in front of me after that right turn. And of course, that means I have to use more watts to get back on the wheel, which of course I wouldn't have had to use if I took that left-right correctly. Probably what I'm going to do after I make this video is make another video just with the raw footage, so to speak. It'll basically be what you see now, but without any fancy editing or voiceovers. What you've seen so far is pretty much what we did the whole race. We were lined out. We were going pretty fast for a bunch of old guys. We averaged about a little over 24 miles an hour, keeping in mind this is again 10 turns with a sharp, steep climb. I mentioned earlier that this was a 0.9 mile course, but as I'm looking at my telemetry that I have on there, we crossed the line at that first lap at a little over 0.7 mile. So, a higher turn percentage per linear foot. The nervousness as how I was going to do in this race pretty much went away by the second lap. As the race wore on, I've never felt I was in danger of being dropped. If I would have a gap to the right or in front of me like what you're seeing now, I'd just be patient and make it up on the next corner. I would use my momentum to save some watts and hit that corner just right. Didn't always happen though. Here's an example where I'm not hitting that corner right. I'm going a little wide, I lose the guy's wheel, and now I've got to spend a lot of watts to reconnect. That happened a lot more than I wanted to on that chicane. And after a few laps, that's where I recognized where I had to keep up my speed between those two corners. Now, I didn't notice this during the race, but there's someone that's having a dig out there, and I think that's Eric Solinder for Penn Velo. Comment below if I got that right or wrong. Jumping ahead a bit, that's my buddy Brian on the right. He is district champion in the 70 plus. He's 71, I'm 70, we're the only 70 plusers there, so if they had a 70 category, we'd be it. After he got back from Nationals, he took a bit of a break, and now he's getting back into it to get ready for District Criterium Championships for Masters in order to make it 2 in a row. Brian was usually hanging at the back with me, just like my buddy Frank is right now. In one of the truly rare moments in this race, we finally bunched up. So at that point, I decided to move up in order, if nothing else, to get a little bit of buffer. My confidence was increasing, but it wasn't where it was by the end of the race. I'm going to speed this section up. It's here where I recognize that my cornering needs improvement. After a bit, little by little, I started losing positions because of my cornering. Now, I've been racing since about 1990, and I used to love to do crits. I still love to do crits, but, old body, got to be careful now. I have a new bike that's like a Ferrari, has wider tires on it. I just have to do more crits, get used to it. My next crit is going to be in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be District Championships in Winters. Now, there's another crit in Oakland in the next month, and depending on the categories that are offered, I may do that. Now that I'm working on this video, I see that not all the spots that I lost were due to cornering, although some of them were just like this. Jumping ahead a bit again, I can't tell from here, but there's someone that's attacking off the front, and I think that's Joe Foster from Creative Blue chasing. That solo's eventually brought back.
Coming up next. our men's 35 plus.
Did he cut you off? I think he cut you off. Even though this was a super fun race, what you just saw was probably from my vantage point the most exciting thing that happened during this race. So I'm going to jump to the last lap. Actually, it's a little under 2 laps to go. So we have a couple of people that have dropped off. Frank, who is usually tail gunning behind me, has moved up ahead, and I am the caboose. So I'm happy to be here. I just want to finish with the pack, which is what I'm going to do. My average wattage for this race was 242 watts. In the title, I included the words race number 1. That's because for the next 7 weekends out of the 9 weekends coming up, I'm going to be racing. I have a future video coming out on just how I'm going to do that. More specifically, how I'm going to manage my workouts. Rather than watching me hang out the back for the rest of the race, I'm going to cut this right here. Now, if you want to see an exciting video, look at the video I did before this one on the District Championship Road Race. That one had a lot of action in it. All right, you know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.